Officer Dave, would you open the courtroom for us, please?
The state of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge David S. Robinson Jr. presiding. Court is now in session. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What brings you here today?
I am appearing on behalf of Forsyth Finance for the motion to set aside the dismissal on the Erica Cox matter.
Did you get any pleading from Ms. Cox?
I did not.
Okay, we'll put you back in the waiting room. See.
Understood. Thank you.
All righty. Waiting room. Vague, who's he here for? Counsel, good morning. Good morning.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get another headset on.
I can hear you now. You need another headset? Okay. Get rid of jump and put the good one in.
Hello, Judge.
Good morning. What are you here for today, sir?
I'm here for Midland versus Carolyn Simmons.
And you're representing the plaintiff?
I am.
Okay, I don't have your opponent as of yet. As soon as she comes up, we'll get you started.
Okay, thank you.
Back to the waiting room.
For tickets, call Support for WRCJ is provided by the Detroit chapter of the American Guild of Orchid, which was founded in 1910 and regularly presents conference and educational programs for the AGO membership and for the community. The American Guild of Orchids is a professional organization serving the talented men and women who perform on pipe organs and provide organ music, houses of worship, and concert halls. Information at DetroitPTO.org. This is Letter Slacker right here on CJFM HD1.
And welcome to Midday Music on this Thursday, March 9th. I'm so very excited to have host today. I go to work who has the day. And the focus of the Midday Music on the first composer, Alexander Eugene, was born on this day in 1850. He's a French violinist and composer of Italian descent, and probably his best known work is the piece we're going to hear, the ballet Egyptian by Alexander Eugene, Richard Barney Evans, the London Symphony Orchestra.
We are on the record calling file number 22-192-234, Forsyth Financial LLC versus Erica Cox. Could I have your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Richard Stuckworth appears for the plaintiff creditor Forsyth Finance, P 85814.
By a notice dated February 17th, 2023, and sent to the parties on that date, this matter is scheduled for hearing today, March 9, 2023, on plaintiff's motion to set aside dismissal. It's now after 10:20. The defendant has failed to appear. Sir, have you received any pleadings from the defendant?
We had received the original pleadings dated, I believe this is sometime in January, wherein Ms. Cox had filed a general denial. The court then set a pretrial date of January the 30th at 9 a.m. Unfortunately, the plaintiff miscalendared that date and did not appear on the required date. Thus, the case was dismissed. After that date, plaintiff has not received any type of pleadings to dispute or argue against or object to plaintiff's motion to set aside said dismissal.
Well, counsel, it appears that a mistake was made. The court rules provide relief in that instance. You filed a timely motion to set aside the dismissal. The defendant has failed to appear. The defendant has failed to object. Therefore, your unopposed motion to set aside dismissal is granted. The docket matter is restored to our active docket. Your next day with me will be March 30. March 30 at 10 o'clock. We'll send out an order to both sides, both in regard to the new calendar and in regard to reinstating the file.
All righty. Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
Thank you for coming in, sir. Have
Bye-bye.
a great day. Bye-bye.
And you as well. Bye-bye.
We're off the record. We are on the record calling file number 17107-146. The file is entitled Auto Advance of America Incorporated versus Denise Hicks. This matter is scheduled for hearing for a debtor's examination today at 10 o'clock. It's now after 10:23, neither party having appeared. The subpoena issued in this matter for the debtor's examination on February 1, 2003 is hereby quashed, neither party having appeared for today's debtor's examination. All right, let's conclude those two files and call our last file for the morning. We are on the record calling file 22-190-052, Million Credit Management Incorporated versus Caroline Simmons. Could I have your appearance, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor. J. Latif Beg, BAIG, P36820, appearing on behalf of plaintiff and its attorney of record.
Mr. Begg, we were last together on this file on March the 9th, 2023, at which time the court set with the agreement of parties this date and time for a pretrial. We were advised that the parties had reached a resolution and a consent judgment would be entered. What's happening?
Well, Your Honor, she hasn't sent back a consent judgment. So at this time, I'm going to request a default judgment, but under the 7-day rule. And if we do get a signed consent judgment from her in the meantime, we'll file that instead. But the Figures for the default judgment are as follows. Damages, $4,673.35. We're not going to assess any costs or statutory attorney fee. We'll give her a credit of $200 for a payment made for a total of $4,473.35.
All right, counsel, what I will do is I will enter the default of the defendant today. It's now 10:25. No one has appeared on behalf of the defendant. We'll send that out to you. You can take the steps necessary after that to move forward with your default judgment. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Thank you.
Be safe.
You too.
We're off the record.
Exactly. The Judy was made of this in 1850. The best known as a opera conductor, who conducted the opera in Lincoln film. And the best member was the one that was heard, and it didn't party after this, and Luigi was not included into the second part of the movie, and giving it some attention, and then you can have a look at it. We know the rules we have seen the really good music and all, but we are pretty when I say that we have a and
And by this, the increase in the company, the forms by a charitable. You able to tickets at the SO.org. On March 9th to 12th in Springfield. This is Jimmy here. Reels of this from 1909 WRCJ. Every night at 7 minutes from hot spring to 2 p.m. It's a great chance to jam and you feel WRCJ all night long.
Thank you, John. John Hill, here tonight at 7 p.m. WRCJ, in Detroit. Your source for classical music and jazz. Classical music during the day for 14 hours, and then at 7 p.m. you lighten up with some jazz every night. We'll continue with music at 5:30. The original was born in 1843. And he was credited for great constructions along with the region's folklores to fame to the music of Nova, as well as using that music to help live in the region identity. This next piece is the exception. This is the old Norwegian nations, but this Sir Thomas The old Norwegian melody with variations. That was 51 for orchestra by FIO. Sir Thomas Beecham conducted the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. This piece was originally composed for two pianos in 1890, and the orchestra version was done somewhere between 1900 and 1945, which was very late for the Greeks. He passed away in 1947. Krista Brizio, sitting in for Peter White, who has the day off. Very pleased to be with you and share the music with you. It's a cloudy day here in Metro Detroit. But it was the temperatures like there. We're expecting a high of 41 degrees Fahrenheit today. That's 5 degrees Celsius for Windsor neighbors. And the weather is expected to be around the ridge of least that of about 3 degrees Celsius. We're looking at a good chance of, what shall we say? Let's go with snow. I don't like snow, I don't like rain, but we've had else can you call it a wintry mix, something in between the two in the last couple of weeks. And we may have something like that tomorrow on Friday. Temperatures, the highs in Detroit are expected to be 32 degrees. That's what it's snow. And you have a good chance of snow tomorrow. Low around 26 degrees. Down next year, around this negative degrees Celsius. Well, let's continue with music of the one record, sure, please. This is violin concerto in C minor and the mass
Hello,
Hello,
what is your name?
Lisa Mitchell.
All right, Ms. Mitchell, I think I have the other side. Let's see if we can't get you started. All right. We are on the record. This is file 22-192-513, Pasadena Investments versus Lita Mitchell. This appears to be our second pretrial, no appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Sosson, spelled Sossong, P59383, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, Pasadena Investments LLC, here from Vela Law Office.
And your name, ma'am?
Lisa,
You're the defendant here?
yes,
All right. We were last together on this file on February the 9th. At that time, the court opened your written discovery. How are we coming on that?
Your Honor, plaintiff had served discovery requests to the defendant at her residential address at 9175 Harvard Road, Detroit, Michigan, 48224 on February 10th. Our office has yet to receive any responses from the defendant after those were served.
Ms. Mitchell, you sent the court a packet of information. Did you send that to the plaintiff's lawyer as well?
I was not aware I needed to. I thought I sent it to the address it needed to go to.
Well, ma'am, anytime, let's go over this again. If you want to represent yourself and you have an absolute constitutional right to do that, you do not get your own set of court rules. One of the most basic things here is that if you correspond with the court, you have to send copies of everything you send to the court to the other side. So whatever information you sent to me must be sent to the other side or will not be considered. That is your obligation, not the court's. Do you understand that?
I understand that now.
All right,
Yeah.
so you need to get that done. So you have also received apparently some requests for information from the other side. Did you receive those requests?
I received a packet that had the request for product documents, interrogatories,
Interrogatories?
and a request for admission.
Request for, okay, so you
That's
got
what I
the
received
information.
and that's what I submitted.
Okay, well, we aren't quite at the 28 days yet. So what I will do is I'm going to give you another return date. That'll be March 30th at 11 o'clock. And again, Ms. Mitchell, you must send to the counsel for the plaintiff everything you sent to the court. If you do not do that, nothing you send to the court will be considered. Do you understand that?
I understand that now. You said
Okay.
March 30th?
March 30th at 11 o'clock. So let's get those discovery requests answered from the plaintiff and let's get that information over to him as well. Is there anything
I
else?
have a question.
Ma'am?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So the attorney, what law firm or what fax number can I send these over to? I can send them today.
Ma'am, do you have the complaint?
I have the initial complaint, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the initial complaint, I have that.
That's the name and address of the law firm that you use. Counsel today is just sitting in. Okay? March 30th at 11 o'clock. Anything else we can accomplish today?
Nothing for plaintiff. Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything for you, ma'am?
The address that I have that is on the initial court order is for the plaintiff himself. I don't
No.
have the
You have an
other.
address for the lawyer. You have an address on Leonard Street in Grand Rapids, correct?
Oh, yes, on the other form, yes, that's the
Yes,
address I
ma'am.
have,
That's the
yes.
address that you
Okay,
use.
yes,
Thank you.
my apologies. Yeah,
March
I have it.
30th at 11 o'clock. Appreciate you coming in. We're
Thank
off
you,
to-
Your Honor.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Be safe out there.
You as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Hello?
Yes,
What is your name?
Lamar Express.
Okay, so you're here on the Mueller matter. Let's see here. 367. All right,
Morning, Ryan.
we are on the record. This is file number 22-189-367, the Sherwin-Williams Company versus Good Handyman Services LLC, Lamar Respraise. This is the motion to reinstate the case. Could I have your appearances?
Good morning, Your Honor. John Mueller, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
And what is your name, sir?
Lamar Express.
Mr. Respraise, you're in default here. Is that correct, Mr. Mueller?
It is, but I sent him a notice.
Okay. All right. So this is the date and time set for a motion to reinstate the case. Mr. Respraise, did you file any pleadings in opposition to this motion?
I'm under if the case was dismissed, how am I in default? The case was dismissed for lack of I got paperwork for that case.
Sir,
It was dismissed, not
you were defaulted on August the 18th of 2022. The case was dismissed after that time. So I ask you again, did you file any pleadings in opposition to the motion to reinstate the case?
no. I apparently I
Did
did.
not.
No, I didn't.
All right, fine. Counsel, let me hear your motion.
Yes, Your Honor. Best I can tell, this was a mistake at the court. I'm not sure what happened. This is post-judgment. I had issued a subpoena. This gentleman was served. He didn't appear. I filed for show cause, and then when I went checking to see where my show cause order was, I found out my case was dismissed, and I to this day I don't know why.
Your case was dismissed apparently because there was no default judgment ever entered. I'm looking at the register of action, and it indicates that on August the 18th of 2022, default was entered as to both defendant 1, Good Handyman Services, and defendant 2, Mr. Respraise. After that date, looking at the register of action, there does not appear to be a judgment that was submitted or ordered. Instead, what you did is you move forward with a subpoena for a debtor's examination without a judgment.
Well, I guess that would answer the question, but I didn't realize that that was the case. Okay. I'm looking at the form and perhaps that's my error.
Indeed.
Okay.
So what I would
Okay.
suggest you do, I will
Yes, sir.
grant your motion to reinstate the case and look forward to your default judgments.
I thank you, Judge, and I hope you have a great day.
You too, sir. Thank you, gentlemen, for
I'll
coming in. We're off
I'll
the
submit
record.
an
I'll
order.
send out an order today.
Thank you.
Counsel, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, thanks.
This is 22-179-601 Willis Cooper versus Anita Jonas Johnson by a notice dated February 21, 2023. This is the date and time for hearing on the motion on behalf of the granting the order for summary disposition. Could I have your appearance?
Yes, Rita Countigan on behalf of defendant Jones Johnson.
All right, the court granted your motion for summary disposition. And this is your request for entry of that order. Have you received
Correct.
an opposition from the other side?
I have not. I've had no response.
Counsel, I'm going to go ahead and enter your order for summary disposition, noting it is unopposed. Thank you for coming in. Have a great day. We're off the record.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Be safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Wait. Let me